What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow and Gotham video. Now, I would normally do this video separately. However, I have actually got a big video coming after this, a triple content video. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out at the moment, but I'm going to combine them down. Going to distill that stuff right down. So, if you're new to the channel, please do hit that like and subscribe so you never ever miss a video. And please do hit a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, of course. But let's start off with Arrow. Now, Arrow was, oh my god, it was cringe. It was beyond cringe here. This wedding scene was just, not even the wedding, it was just the reception. And we had Donna Smoke. We had her, and she's just awful, awful. And I have to say, Felicity is slowly but surely killing Arrow. It is just terrible, and it just depresses me. It upsets me that they have gone this route. And really, Oliver has decided, you know what, I'm not going to trust anyone on this team. So we start off with the huge celebration, the crowning ceremony for Felicity. And it is just, you know, bad. It's just, I really did not like it. And it was a real shame that this episode just focused on that. And Felicity is just, you know, that's it now. I mean, she's married to Oliver, and no one can really kind of challenge her or anything like that because Oliver will get mad. And it's just a huge disconnect, which I think is a big shame. And they have decided to bug the whole of the team, which, now that shouldn't actually come as a surprise. I really am not surprised that they actually did that, especially considering that we revealed that Oliver had some kryptonite in the Crisis on Earth X crossover. So he's very much like, he is, Arrow Season 1 was Batman. It's very much like Batman. He's not really the Green Arrow from the comics. It's this new take on Arrow, to be honest. And he's going through, he did like the identity crisis thing, where, or kind of the kind of storyline where Batman actually has a file on each Justice League member, just in case he actually needs to take them down. So I can't blame him for doing that. And really, the whole point of this season, the whole point of Diggle actually becoming the Green Arrow, is because Oliver wants to spend time with his son. He doesn't want anything to come into kind of not kind of get in the way of his son, and he wants to protect him at all costs, which he has done. The kind of father-daughter-son relationship has been a theme of this season. It's been family this season. We had the Slade Wilson Deathstroke two-parter, which was all about family and kids and things like that. And again, we've got Renee, who I really do love. I think he's great as Wild Dog. I don't really like him working for the mayor, but I like him as Wild Dog. So he's actually looking after his daughter, and he's actually been turned by Samandra. Not turned, but I found it weird that he was literally like, yeah, I'm testifying. What? That was stupid. That was really lazy and bad writing, to be honest, which was a real shame, because this story could have been could have been fun. It could have been a kind of really good kind of take on the trope of a traitor within the mix. But they opted simply just to resolve this entire storyline in just a contained single episode and rush off all of the storylines and things like that. So it is a big shame here that they decided to do that, and I'm a bit gutted that that's how they went, and that's how they went with this show. And I really think it's lame that Arrow or Green or Oliver even was actually like, yeah, I hate you for this. I hate you. And then he forgives him, then he kicks him out. What? And the fact that he's done terrible. He's just gone extra mile to protect his son. And Renee is like, has a chance to have his daughter back. That was a big storyline of last season. But he's been like vindicated for it, which Oliver must understand why And really, if they wrote it so that he'd understand or understood, well, that would have shown some growth in the character. But no, he's just been irrational because, well, I don't know. It's just bad writing. And I have to say, it was a shame. And I think that if they'd done that, and if they'd made it so that Team Arrow had to get his daughter out of some kind of, you know, out from under the FBI, or even out from under Caden James, that would have been a better mid-season finale, or something like that, which was a bit silly. But that's just really the way that this has gone down, and that's the way that they've decided to throw down on Arrow, which is gutting. And we've also got Black Siren, who we've got a sneak peek at a redemption arc for her, which would be really, really good. But we've got Dina, and Oliver's married, so it's really too late for Black Siren to kind of turn into you know, Black Canary and things like that, which would have been a lot better. So I don't know why they've decided to do this just now, but the scene with her and Quentin was actually really, really good. I have to say, Katie Cassidy was fantastic writing there with her father, and really my thoughts go out to her with what's happened with her own father as well, and everything that's going on. So she's obviously not going to watch this, but my thoughts and everyone here are with her in this really, really tough time, and I've been there, and it is hard. And I think that maybe obviously this was filmed a lot before everything that went down, but her acting was absolutely superb here. And I want to see more of her in the show, instead of her simply just being a sidekick and just being, I don't know, just a kind of dog's body for the villain of the piece. Which, you know, she deserves just a bit more, in my opinion. And I have to say, I really didn't like the fact that Team Arrow... What I've liked, it would have been better if they split up as they did at the start, when they kind of all split off because they didn't trust. And then they all have one more mission, and then Renee kind of made a call, but Oliver was just on his back, so he was completely biased against him already. He just wanted a proper reason, to kick out Renee from the team that didn't involve his daughter. And then everyone slowly left and things like that. And it's just really, really stupid. Now, we've got a really interesting group of villains at the end here. And part of me really expected the FBI woman to step in there, that would have been a really, really cool power play. But no, it's obviously not going to happen. But I don't like the fact that the Vigilante is part of this group. I don't know why the Vigilante is part of this this kind of weird mashup of Star City villains. To me, that doesn't work. Why would he fight against someone like Prometheus and then go and join people who are just as bad as Prometheus? It just doesn't make one lick of sense about this Vigilante character. It's just really stupid. Really, really stupid. I just really am gutted at this mid-season finale. I wasn't expecting much going on in the trailer, but going by Legends, which in its own right had a great season finale, or mid-season finale, but the episode was just absolutely bonkers. It revolved around a mystical time aberration, or whatever it's called. I can't remember exactly what it's called off the top of my head, but it had a Furby in there, and the Furby was the plot device. Just like, what? But this villain group is interesting, and I feel that maybe we've got Caden James. We've had a lot of Caden James. We've briefly seen Ricardo Diaz. We've briefly seen Anatoly. We've also obviously seen Black Siren. Now, I think that this next arc is going to focus on Richard Dragon, who has been criminally underused this season, which I guess this is now time for him to come in. And I think that maybe he needed a better and stronger entrance and debut. So this group, I'm not really sure what they are. They come some kind of Legion of Doom, obviously not the Legion of Doom, but they're like, I don't know what we could call them, and I hope that they have some sort of comic book name, because really a lot of the teams are actually being used already. So yeah, I think it's going to be weird going forward. I'm curious to see where Arrow goes, but I'm not sure if I'm going to carry on reviewing it. So if you want me to carry on reviewing Arrow, please do let me know down below. Please do drop a like, because it is by far and away the most least watched video on my channel. by far. I mean, we're talking views in the hundreds. And I don't really talk about views that much because I know it is really not tactful. It's not really right to talk about it. But that's the reason I'm going to drop it. It takes a long time. I work from 6 a.m. and right through to the evening. I come and do these videos. So I'm going to have to drop something if it just doesn't pick up. And that's a real shame. But I'm not really sure where Arrow is going to go next. Obviously, like I said, Richard Dragon's going to be the villain possibly next. Hopefully we want more Black Siren. But next, we have got Gotham. Now, this really is a video of two halves. We've got Arrow, which was beyond disappointing. The writing and everything just didn't work. Next up, we've got Gotham, which was really an explosive finale. Arrow was just really another episode. But Gotham here had a mid-season finale, which in some ways could actually be a season finale. It caps off a very, very interesting and fun storyline, which was the war between Penguin and Sophia Falcone, or kind of, not a war, but like kind of a turf war by proxy. Now, this episode was really, really good. Watching it straight after Arrow, I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? Why do I bother watching Arrow when we've got Gotham? We've got shows like The Gifted, we've got The Runaways, and Arrow is it's just disappointing after the season before. It's just absolutely something else. It is just chalk and cheese. And well, Gotham here, we cap off quite a lot of storylines. I mean, it's just mad how many storylines Gotham actually had running. So let's think about it. So we've got Penguin, we've got the kind of Gotham City Sirens, could you say? So we've got Professor Pig, Gotham City Sirens, Sophia Falcone, Penguin, the Narrows, the Riddler, Grundy, Batman, or just, I would say Bruce Wayne, and that's like a lot. That's like that many fingers, which is just, well, loads. And they all cap off. All of these storylines end, or at least evolve into something new, which is what you want from a mid-season finale. You want these kind of storylines to finish. And we have a fantastic twist at the end. And really, it's nice to see Jim Gordon actually get a win. Well, kind of. But Jim, the actor who plays him, is absolutely fantastic in this episode. I absolutely loved him. We had strong performances throughout, ranging from the complete and utter bombastic and theatrical Penguin and Riddler to right down to the kind of really tortured Bruce Wayne up to the stoic Jim Gordon. So it really was a great episode. I absolutely loved the entire change of things, even though I kind of worked out the twist halfway through. Now we end Penguin's reign of crime, and we start off with someone possibly even worse. Which, if you've watched my videos on Gotham throughout, you've probably watched me wonder, why would Jim go for someone like the Falcones, who were arguably worse, but they kept the peace, sort of. And Penguin thought he had kept the peace. And really, Jim is loyal to a fault to the GCPD. He's loyal to justice to a fault, because we had crime, but we didn't have the chaos that we will have with the upcoming war. And while disappointed, I expected a lot more from this war in Gotham, especially from the trailer for this episode, sorry. And it was really absolutely nothing. It had really nothing at all, apart from the death of Carmine Falcone, which I thought would come a lot earlier. I thought we'd have the death of Carmine a lot earlier. And really, when he kind of betrayed Sophia and was like, if you weren't my daughter, you'd be dead, I was like, you know what, she's just going to kill him. She's going to just straight up kill him and be like, that's it, it's my city. This is my city. England is my city. Gotham is my city. It makes a lot of sense for her to kind of betray her father and kind of take what she has. Now, I was wondering how would they all be loyal to her, and that is simply by staging a murder. And Professor Pig has been at work all along. And that was something I, personally, in this twist, did not expect at all. And I love what they've done with Professor Pig, someone who was a brief character in the comics, has now turned into someone a lot better, and they fleshed out this character. And that's what I like when shows do this. When they pick up a character who's kind of a bit small in the comics, they kind of flesh him out a hell of a lot more here. Maybe just like Wild Dog over on Arrow. They flesh these characters out a hell of a lot more, which I really, really liked. So it is good there what they've done with Professor Pig, and I'm really excited to see where this actually goes next, because really she has everyone. She's got Professor Pig, she has got the Sirens, she has got Victor Zsasz, and the acting from this dude was top notch there with Carmine, and I kind of forgot all about this loyalty, but I guess Victor Zsasz, that was it. When he was betrayed sort of by this, you know what, Penguin lost his man who really did keep him in power here. Victor Zsasz was the one who kept him in power just through his brutality, and once you snap that guy, you've lost him for good. And the Falcons are kind of, you know what, they're Chanel and Penguin's Walmart over in Gotham City. And the Pretender and Kid from the Sticks are kind of, well, that's not going to work at all for poor old Penguin. And he was never going to be the guy. They're always going to go for the institutions, which is the Falcons. So I'm unsure just like Arrow, where this is actually going to go next, because there's a hell of a lot they could actually do. They could simply have Jim versus Sophia, but then she will tell everything and everyone about what's happened. And Penguin now has Jerome with him, who, boy, you say he's not the Joker. He clearly actually is the Joker. Just look at him. He looks exactly like the Joker from a Death in the Family, kind of Death of the Family, New 52 storyline. He looks exactly like him. It's just bizarre. Just absolutely maddening why they're not recognizing him as the Joker. And I'm starting to think maybe the Joker, the current Joker, will take a look at this guy from the past and kind of copy him, be like a copycat, which, again, like I said, every video, I don't really want to see. But the Jerome in this is just so good. And I think he's going to be a great fight. Kind of, I hope we have him for the full second half of the season working with the Penguin. And I kind of have to wonder, why hasn't he escaped yet? I'm a bit kind of unsure. Why would he have not tried to escape from Arkham Asylum when anyone seems to escape left, right and centre from Arkham Asylum? But no, he didn't, and now he is with the Penguin. We know why he hasn't escaped. That's because, well, the Penguin, we'll have to wait for the Penguin for them to meet and things like that. But we've got the Riddler as well. I have to say, it is great having the Riddler as well return. And I don't like this split personality. I just want the Riddler. I want the full Riddler, not like the Riddler in the back of Edward's mind. It's not really what I want. We've also got Butch back in Grundy's body, which that is going to be scary for Penguin, isn't it, when he goes up against him. So that's going to be great as well. Although it's going to be awkward with the Riddler. Yeah, so there's a lot of dynamics that have changed. We've evolved, and Jim now has to kind of put up with Sophia being in charge, which I really like. We've got a lot of women in this show in charge of all the crime families. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool, I think, for the representation and things like that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for Gotham? What do you think of Arrow? And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.